Would I be wrong for threatening to leave my husband if he seeks custody of his children? I'm a 29-year-old woman who has always been adamant about not wanting children. I'm sterilized and have made it clear that I don't intend to raise or care for any kids. Last year, I married my husband, who is 36. At the time, I had no idea he had any children. I work as a honeymoon planner, running my own business, which allows me a great income with minimal working hours. We share a joint account for household bills, but we each have our own separate accounts for savings and personal spending. 5 days ago, my husband confessed that he hadn't been fully honest with me. He revealed that he has 2 children, a 10-year-old son and an 8-year-old daughter. He regularly pays child support, but it cuts into his personal spending money. Now, he wants to pursue 50-50 its custody so that he can have more financial flexibility and enjoy life like I do. I was outraged that he kept this from me and even more upset when he mentioned the custody arrangement.
I was in a relationship with my girlfriend for 4 years. We really loved each other, my family loved her, her family loved me. We had discussions of marriage, we made plans for the future, how many kids we wanted. My girlfriend was always extremely excited about it. Over the last few months, I was giving her consistent hints that Elle was going to propose to her, and last weekend I booked a nice resort where I would plan to propose to her at a private place. Well, when I did propose to her, she somehow seemed shocked about it and asked if she could have a few more months. That just completely stunned me and was one of the most heartbreaking moments of my life. My girlfriend kept apologizing, saying she just needed to be in the right mental space, and that right then, she wasn't. She cried and promised me that we were technically engaged. She just needed a few more months to officially accept the proposal. I felt empty, sad, embarrassed. I felt horrible. When we returned back to our apartment, she was apologizing a lot, and there was also a lot of crying. The whole situation for me was so heartbreaking and embarrassing that I could not talk about it with any of my friends or even my parents. I could only consult my siblings.
So basically my childhood. Babysitter was always on her phone. So one night when my parents were gone, I decided to try and piss her off so much that she would finally get off her phone. So I did all sorts of stuff like eat chips and play with stuff without permission. But this one thing pushed her a bit too far. I put my little sister on the table with some butter. Now my sister used to and still has an addiction to butter, and obviously she ate it. I hid in my room and heard a big crash. Turns out my sister fell off the table with butter in her hands, and my babysitter finally go off of her phone to see the situation. She screamed and I trotted down the stairs and told her I Washington in my room the whole time. But I was 7, so what was I gonna tell her? Anyways, when my parents got home, she blamed it all on me, and I obviously disagreed. When my dad looked at the cameras, he saw me causing the chaos. But my babysitter was just sitting on her phone, so he obviously kicked her out and told me that I made him proud. But am I the bitch?